World War II, the other causes, the immediate cause of the Second World War. It's very, very important to know why the Second World War was held. You see the first point, the immediate cause of the Second World War. In 1939, Hitler demanded from Poland the right to construct a military road from connecting East Russia and Germany through Polish corridor. When Poland refused, Hitler made a lightning attack on Poland, known as Blitzkrieg, on September 1st, 1939. As Britain wanted to protect Poland, it declared war on Germany on September 3rd, 1939, and France was also joined with Britain. So the war immediately began. Second World War immediately began. Next comes, at the same time what happened, the Japanese had attacked American fleet stationed at Pearl Harbor on December 7, 1941. The American fleet was standing there near Pearl Harbor. It was destructed by the Japanese army. This disastrous attack forced the Americans to enter into the war immediately. In August 1941, the British Prime Minister Winston Churchill and US President F.D. Roosevelt met on board of the battleship Augusta and signed Atlantic Charter and agreed to launch a massive attack on the common enemy Germany. Common enemy Germany. See, these are the very important points you have to learn when you learn the World War II, the immediate causes for the Second World War. Next comes, the third point is, Germany was also attacked on all sides. From the east, the Russian forces chased the German troops. When Hitler came to know about the advance of the armies from the two sides reaching Berlin, he escaped and ran into the bunker and committed suicide. So Hitler came to know that he will not be able to escape. So he accepted the defeat, and so he went into his own bunker and he killed himself, which is called suicide. Then Germany surrendered to Allied army on May 7, 1945. After the fall of Germany, America with its huge army dropped atom bombs on the cities of Hiroshima on August 6 and Nagasaki on August 9, 1945, which carried a great destruction, which caused, it's a very dangerous one, because with the huge army, America entered into these two places and bombed. And so, what happened? The destruction caused. As a result, Japan surrendered. Japan could not do anything in front of America, and so at last it surrendered. And then what happened? You see, it surrendered unconditionally, immediately. Next, then the following countries fought and got freedom, where Africa, India, Burma, Egypt, Ceylon, Malaya, Philippines, Indochina and Indonesia. These countries fought for their freedom, and at last they got the freedom. So these points you must take down in your notebooks. Now we will come to know the end of the World War. What happened? What were the reason for the Second World War? Everything we have come to know. Now we are going to learn about the result of the World War II. The destruction of life and property was a much larger scale than the First World War. Over 50 million lost their life. 15 million people, soldiers, common people, all of them lost their lives. It sounded the death knell to dictatorship in Germany and Italy. Germany was occupied by Allied forces. Later it was divided into two parts. The West Germany was controlled by Britain, France and America. East Germany by Russia. The war weakened the Britain and France because of economical condition went very badly. So these two countries became very weak. But America and Russia emerged as superpowers. The war did not end between these two countries. You know why? Because they thought, who is bigger, who is super? Whether America or Russia. This Cold War began in between these two big nations. The war did not end between these two countries. A Cold War began between Russia and America. Many countries got independence. I have already told you. India, Burma, Ceylon, Philippines, Indochina, Indonesia. These countries, Egypt, these countries got freedom because they fought for freedom. So they got it. Then many countries got independence, mainly the European countries gave up the policy of colonialism and imperialism. Colonialism and imperialism was the beginning of the First World War because at that time they wanted to capture many countries of the world for raw materials and they wanted to make many new ornaments and machines and everything and distribute to the same colonies and wanted to earn money. So this was now completely rejected. Then what happened, you see. Many countries got independence, mainly European countries gave up the policy of colonialism and imperialism. At last, to spread peace and security, an international organization is formed which was called UNO. UNO means United Nations Organization. It helped a lot even today. It has got many divisions. About that we can learn later. Please, students, you copy down all these points, very important points, and in your social science notebook to learn for your examination. Now children, I will give you time to copy down these points. It's very, very important to keep it in mind and learn. And now you see the major organs of UN. The UNO has 6 major organs. They are the General Assembly, the Security Council, the Economic and Social Council, the Trusteeship Council, the International Court of Justice and Secretariat. Ms. Vijayalakshmi Pandit was elected as the President of the UN General Assembly in 1953. So these are the important points of today. You learn all these points at home and be ready to write the exam. The next class we can learn each organ's work, each organs of UN work, and and you can understand now how it is doing its duty for the welfare of the people of the country. Okay, thank you children, thank you very much.